I don't know, do we think it's a bit ugly? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A very long time ago, I made my own jewellery from UV resin. And this time, I thought I would step it up a notch. So today, I'm going to be making some jewellery from solid silver. That's what's supposed to happen anyway. I've bought a kit. Hopefully it's going to be alright. Okay, so this is the company that I'm going to be using to make my own silver jewellery. And it's called Cast. And this isn't sponsored or anything like that, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out. But they have various different casting kits. So they've got this jewellery making kit. They've got the heirloom kit. Apparently you can cast your own wedding ring. And it looks like they do corporate events and workshops and stuff like that. But the kit that I bought is the jewellery making kit. So we'll see what's inside this. So straight away it says, make what you can't buy. Create your own piece of jewellery. We're talking rings, necklaces, earrings, charms and more. All possible with one beautiful little box. And we've got a little slideshow here of what other people have made. And they look pretty nice. I quite like that one with the little dots. I just hope this is going to be quite easy because I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be a bit complicated. Oh wait, no, it says super simple, a world of fun, and there's absolutely zero skill or experience needed. Bonus. Oh well, that puts my mind at rest. And this little jewellery kit's been shown in Good Housekeeping, Vogue, talked about in Stylist. I don't know what Stylist is. It's recommended by Glamour, gift guide by Grazia, and as seen on This Morning.
Get ready, guys. All right, go.
So you've got creating wax, no experience required. You can add stone settings as well and plating. Casting silver is standard, you can upgrade to gold or platinum. And they've got tutorials and live masterclasses as well. And with this you can buy the kit only, or you can buy the kit in the first casting. So the kit only gives you the wax and basically this thing, but doesn't provide the sending it off and then casting it in silver or gold or whatever you want. And then obviously you've got the kit and casting, which is the one I've bought. And in total, this was a weird one as well because I emailed them, and as soon as you click this, so I went for the kit and the casting, the classic one, which should be £60 with their £10 off, and I clicked it, and all of a sudden it turns to £89. And I emailed them to ask why, and they told us why, but I can't remember why. Some weird reason why there's extra money on, but it costs 89 quid for this little kit. However, I was a little bit thrifty and found a voucher code online, and I think I got 20% off, so it only cost me £75 and 65 pence. You know, gotta claim them pennies back somehow. It's got some reviews here and it's all 5-star reviews. This is where it gets me a little bit because out of 132 reviews, 96% of them are 5-star and 3% of them are 4-star. So in 132 reviews, there hasn't been a single bad review. I find that suspicious. I find that very suspicious. But we'll see what it's like. Them reviews, they might be a lie because I know some websites do edit and delete negative reviews. So I'm going to be completely honest with this and see how I get on. We'll see if I give it a 3-star, 2-star or 1-star review. It's a possibility. I won't hold back. I'm not going to do it for the sake of doing it, but if it deserves it, it's going to get it. Alright, so this is how the kit came in this little box. And it looks fine, it looks nice. It's got some design and printing on the actual box, which is always good considering you're spending quite a premium price for this. So we've got these things here, which I assume are the wax things that you carve. Okay, and you've got a little card here just welcoming you to the company, basically. And there's Maker of the Month as well, so if I tag them on social media, I can win a prize, and I might be Maker of the Month. We'll see what they think of my design. So that's how it looks in the box. Nice little label there. Yeah, this does feel fancy. I know obviously this kit is a lot of money, but so far, it feels like a premium product. It doesn't feel cheap. I'm gonna slide that off, I don't want to ruin it. It's a nice bit of tissue paper, that. It's really nice. It's got the gold embellished kind of branding on it and stuff. I am a sucker for nice packaging. Ooh. Ooh, it's a slidey box. Aww. It says, I'm more creative than I think. Oh, this is terrifying. There's so many tools in there. So there's some, like, filing things and some sharp things. Let's see what's in this envelope. Okay, so I have some sandpaper, some more sandpaper. Okay, and some instructions and my free post envelope as well, which is from a little tin that's in the box. So once you finish your design, you put your thing in the tin, then put it in the envelope, and then send it away, and then they send it back to you. Before you do anything, yes, anything, you'll need to activate your kit online using the 8-digit code below. I'll do that later. I know it says I have to do it before I do anything, but I'm going to do that later. So this is James and Luke, and they're the founders. Good for you guys. You've put together a good little kit so far. Okay, so they also have a website what you can visit called the Makers Table, and that shows you different step-by-step design guides, easy to follow tutorials, and live masterclasses. I just kind of want to have fun with it. I don't want like tutorials and stuff. I just want to do my own thing. It's a lot lot of instructions. To start, activate your kit. Alright. Decide what to make, create in wax. And then to finish, I submit the online form, return it to them, and then they finish it and return it back to me. So the tools in this kit, I've got a carving knife, which is this thing, shaping tools, which are these two things, and that's to smooth and add texture to the wax, a needle file, which is for fine detailing and engraving. It says there's no set way to use each tool. In the most professional sense, there's a little winging it involved. They're talking my language, everyone. I can wing it, great. And then you've got the waxes here, so I've got a ring. I have to carve that down a bit so it fits. I've got a circle. This is what it tells us as well. I'm not just saying what the shape is. A square and a bar. So I can make a ring, and I think they're for pendants. So if I'm making a pendant and a charm, it says don't sweat it about making a hole for the chain. Simply mark on the wax with a black marker or include a sketch. We will take care of attaching a jump ring for you. And then I can do finishing touches. So I could do gold plating, base metal upgrade, diamonds and stones, add a chain, and engraving so I can personalize my jewelry. There's a lot to this, isn't there? And on here as well, you can replenish your kit. So you can keep obviously all the tools and stuff, and you can order little refill packs and some more sandpaper and tins and stuff like that, and keep sending it off if you're absolutely addicted to making your own jewelry. Okay, so that's a nice little book. I think I might head over to their makers table because that seems important apparently. Okay, so I've just registered my little kit online, and it's brought us to this page saying this is the makers table, a place for ideas to flourish, worries to fade, and creativity to thrive, which I quite like actually. So it's got some design guides. What's all this about? Okay, so it gives you some guides on how to make certain things. 1 hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours. 2 hours to make that ring? No. Let's just click on one, see what it does. Oh, that's cool. You can heat the wax up and then make impressions and stuff. That's fun. I don't think I want to do the step-by-step guide. I think I just want to play around with it. I think I just want to do my own thing. What else is on here? So you've got techniques. This thing's so detailed. I wasn't expecting this at all. There's a lot to it. It tells you how to do pretty much everything. I will want to know how to resize the wax because mine's a bit small.
I'm going to show you a quick hack on how to increase the ring size of a ring wax. Now for this, all we need is the coarse sandpaper. And it's really simple. We just roll it up like so, nice and tight so it fits through the hole. There we go. And then let it free a little bit so it fills the hole. And then it's as simple as sanding in a circular motion, just like this.
I wouldn't have thought about doing that.
Whilst doing this, it's important not to go too far too quick. Keep in mind, it's important to keep checking the size and the progress as you're going to make sure you don't go too far. If you go too far, you have to start again with a new piece of wax. Simple as that. For this one though, it fits.
He was very happy with himself, and I like the confidence, I'm not gonna lie. Something I don't have. Okay, that's good. I think I'll come back to this if I need it at some point. I love that, but I think I just want to do my own thing. If something goes wrong, then it goes wrong. I've got extra wax pieces, so I can start again. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make a ring. I don't know which finger I want. Which one's your wedding finger? I think I'll go for that one. I don't know whether that's a wedding finger or not. Okay, so I need to resize this, and I'm gonna use the tip whoever that was gave us, because I thought it was very clever. Okay, so he just shoved his sandpaper in there, and then just span it around. Ah, this is nice and easy. Yeah, I did think this kit was going to be like super, just basic really. I didn't expect it to have all of this stuff included and all the workshops and the details and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm understanding why it's an expensive kit. It definitely doesn't feel cheap. It feels like however much I spent on it was correct. Maybe all them positive reviews definitely weren't fake. Also on their site, when you order their little kit, they can do this for you. They can pre-size your ring for you. But I didn't know what size I was, so I just got it how it came. I've always been scared of rings in case they get stuck on my finger. And make it just a bit bigger. I don't trust myself. Okay, I feel like that feels nice. I kind of like that how it is, you know, just like a nice square. That took less than 10 minutes if anyone was wondering, so it wasn't that bad. Okay, so it's time for the fun part and just turning this into something that I want really, but I haven't really given it much thought. I don't know what kind of ring I want. I feel like I should really have a design in my mind before I start hacking away at this bit of wax. I do know for the band, I wanted to create like a crisscrossy design, so I might start trying to do that. whether I like that actually. We've got an inspiration thing on here. Let's have a look. Oh, it takes you to Pinterest. Oh, they all look really complicated. Should I try melting it and do something like that? Quite like a fluid, melty design. I'm just going to try and melt it and see what happens. Right, I want to cut a lot of this off though, because it's too chunky of a ring. I don't want it that big. Trying not to go through my finger. I'm going to bring this camera in closer actually, so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? So I'm thinking for my design, I want to kind of melt along here, and then if I use this little spoon tool, I can just kind of squish it down. Something a little bit like that. We'll see how it progresses. It might look terrible once I'm done, but I feel like this is the way I want to go with it. Oh, I could just melt it and do drips. Oh, that might look nice, you know. I think I want to do that now. I'm so indecisive, it's ridiculous. I think I just want a super melty ring. I think that's my style. Because I feel like if I carve it and do like a proper figurative geometric design, I don't know, it won't look as good. I know it won't. I much prefer fluid, abstract kind of things. Okay, I think I'm happy with that kind of design, but I need to file it down again because the inside's now shrunk, and I think I just need to polish it up a little bit. I don't know, do we think it's a bit ugly? I don't know. I can't really tell, I don't know what I like. If we think about this in silver though, it'll be quite nice, won't it? Oh, actually it does fit my finger. That looks different, doesn't it? What do we think? I'm into it. I kind of like it. Yeah, I just want to polish it up now. I think that's going to be fun. Okay, so it gives you this bit of sandpaper for polishing. Just see how this works. I just want to polish this base bit. No, that's flattened everything. Just basically having to play around with it now. I'm really tempted to melt it even further. The thing is, if I do any more drips to this, or I go any more crazy with it, it's going to start to get out of hand and look really weird. I almost wanted to drip the wax out, so it was kind of out here, but that would just be unwearable, wouldn't it? Just this little tiny bit. I'm just going to do this little tiny bit. If you're going to melt the wax as well, you have to really keep moving it around a lot. Okay, I think I've tweaked it enough. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to wait for it to cool down, see if it fits, and then we'll move on to the... just a little bit more. Right, okay, that's all I wanted to do. Something like this is just terrible for someone like me. I don't know when to stop. I'll leave that to cool, see what it's going to look like on my finger, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so here's a bit of a closer up at the design. This is what it should technically look like once it's cast. And it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. I think that's nice, and it fits my finger nice. Just a bit wavy and lumpy and drippy and very abstract. I think it's so much more fun using a lighter and a flame and doing it that way. You get way less control over it. It's just far more fun. I'm just on their little make table thing. They even have a playlist on Spotify that you can listen to some music while you're making your little ring. The details this company's gone to is incredible, if I'm honest with you. And I'm not saying that just to blow smoke up their ass or anything like that. It's been a really great experience. Right, so what's the final step? Okay, so once I'm done, I just need to fill in the online form, which I'll do off camera. I'm not going to bore you with it. And I've got a little tin here with the lid on. It's like a little slidey thing. I just put my wax in there, put the lid over the top, and then put it in my little envelope, and I send it away, and then they send me back my wax ring, but in silver. And I think it takes about 4 weeks, it said. So I'm going to do all of that. I'm going to obviously do all of that off camera, and in a few weeks time I'm hoping we'll see this in solid silver. This is what it should look like. And just like that, I'm back with my ring. I hope this is my ring anyway. I order that many things online that this could be absolutely anything. No, I'm pretty sure it is because it says cast. Oh, before I open it up actually, because my ring was on the bulkier side, so my wax ended up weighing 2 grams, I ended up having to pay an extra £20 on top of what I'd already paid because of obviously materials and stuff. Whereas if my wax had weighed, I think 1.5 grams or below, then I wouldn't have had to pay any extras because that's just kind of included in the price. Just thought I would mention that. But to be fair, I've really enjoyed all of this kit so far, so I wasn't that bothered about paying an extra £20. And the piece of wax that I sent off was a pretty massive, substantial bit of wax. So this ring should be, you know, a proper little knuckle duster. Like, be able to take some people out, which is great because people piss me off. Okay, let's see what it's like. Drum roll, please. Oh, this is so nice. I haven't even looked at my ring yet, but they sent me a little handwritten note, and it says such cool textures on this, Anthony. Enjoy. Team Cast. I absolutely love little handmade notes and little finishing touches like this, like really personal things. And the fact that it's handwritten and not just kind of printed. Love that. Really enjoy it. Sounds silly, and people will just be like, oh, whatever. But stuff like this, it really gets me going. I love it. Okay, let's see what this ring looks like. Oh, I'm so excited. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that looks so cool. It almost looks like an ice cream. Look how nice that is. It almost looks kind of like this is the cone, and then the top part's kind of like the ice cream dripping down. Or kind of like a donut or something. I'm really into that, and I think it looks exactly like what it looked like when I sent it off. Let's try it on. Oh. What do we think? Oh, look at that stylish hand. It's surprisingly not too heavy because it is a really bulky ring. It's not like weighing my hand down or anything. I'm in love with that. And you can get it in loads of different finishes as well. So when you go to the final bit where you're kind of checking out and doing all that kind of other stuff, you can change the finish on it. So I think you can get like a matte finish. I went for a high polish. You can obviously add all your gems. You can do loads of little extra bits. Obviously some things cost extra and some things are just included and based on your preferences. But I'm just proper into this. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's made my day. It really has. Okay, so what are my overall thoughts on this cast jewelry making kit? Well, for the first time ever, I think on my channel, I'm actually going to give this product 10 out of 5. And I know that sounds very extreme, but I've literally enjoyed every second of it, and the fact that it's put together so well. It might be hard to come across in the video, but when you go to kind of the maker's table and everything, just how much content and quality content is actually on there, and how much time and effort this company has put into their product, that deserves extra points. It really does. To be fair, I wouldn't mind even paying a little bit more for this product. I think it's worth more money, and I'm a cheap person. I like cheap things. I'm not a bougie, expensive kind of person. I don't like fancy things or anything like that. But this is just great. And I think also the fact that it's two northern people who have set this company up and done it on their kind of own backs and stuff. And I'm a northern person as well. It just kind of pulls on my heartstrings, and I feel just even more attached to this company and this product. I think anyone would be really happy to get this as a gift, or even just buying it for yourself. I've had so much fun with it, and you could obviously spend way longer on your design and make something way more ambitious than what I've made. I think mine's a very simple design, but I'm a very simple person, so I like it. But that just about does it for today's video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and let me know what your thoughts are on this kit, especially if you've ever had it before. And this video is definitely not sponsored. They haven't paid me to say any of this. It's just all my own thoughts and feelings. But anyway, I'll see you on Friday for a brand new video.